Oh, welcome back. I know it's been a while, and due to life in general, health, what have you, things have gotten in the way. But I was fortunate to receive this product called GateKeeper, and I understand this is from Untethered Labs, and this is their second version. And you can find a link to the company down in the description of the video here. So let's take a look, see what you get in the box. As I mentioned, this is their second version. You'll see the first version out there, possibly two on Amazon links, what have you. The second one is actually quite nice. The way they redesigned it, it's a much better looking fob for it to go on your keychain or your laptop bag, wherever you choose to keep it. And it has a little door that flaps off here, which is where the battery is contained for the GateKeeper. It runs off of a button cell battery. It looks like it would be a CR 2035 maybe. Let's take a look. I know it comes with a battery, so see what else is in the box. There should be a battery in here somewhere. Pull out the rest of the foam inserts, and it looks like we have a little dongle. I'd say it looks a little longer than dongle. Let's open it up. If I had to guess, this is something that you could wear around your neck as you're walking around your lab or your office, so every time you come back within proximity of your computer, it will automatically unlock for you. Yep, pretty big. Not really a short dongle. Definitely something to wear around your neck, so as you approach your computer system, it should automatically unlock using the GateKeeper when it senses that the transmitting dongle is close enough to the computer using Bluetooth Low Energy 4.0 and automatically authenticate you into your system. Not something I'll be using, but it is nicely designed. It's not cheap cloth. It seems like it's a really good kind of a cloth nylon combination of material. Really strong. It's got a nice metal hinge. Good strong clasp. I'd give it a go. I like it. It even has a nice little, make sure it doesn't get tangled on there. It has a nice little pivot on there so it spins around. Let's go ahead and set this aside though. Underneath the instruction manual here, GateKeeper, protect your privacy, quick starting guide. We'll go through that here in a second. Of course, some of this is really basic, FCC statement, product review, quick start, GateKeeper Enterprise. I believe they do make an enterprise-based software so you can manage your users if you decide to deploy this to all of your employees. And this way you can disable their access remotely from the enterprise management server. Don't quote me on that, but I believe they do have that if I'm not mistaken. Because of course anybody that's going to create a product like this is going to want it to be for not only home user consumer point of view, but also something that could go into business as well. And authentication is a huge issue when it comes to securing systems. Everything is on computers these days, especially when it comes to medical, financial. So you definitely want to keep these systems locked down, and you want to make sure that only the people that are supposed to have access to it have access to it. This is also another way to stop your employees from, I don't know, writing down the password and putting it under their keyboard. Just make sure I didn't have my password under there. Alright, inside the box itself, looks like we have another clasp here. Seems to be a dual clasp. Kind of like how that looks. I like how that works. So it's a dual spring, dual metal clasp, so this should make it really easy to, the one clasp would actually hook up to the GateKeeper itself, like so, and the other one could clip on to your bag, or your keychain, what have you. The hole also seems more than wide enough that you should be able to feed your keychain through there by itself on the keychain, but maybe you don't want it hanging so close to the keys either. Maybe you want it to hang down a little further away from the keys, so this clasp will definitely come in handy for something like that. We have our Bluetooth 4.0 dongle. This dongle, I didn't have version 1 to review, but from what I was reading, the version 1 dongle was a little big, and they've done some massive improvements on version 2 here. One of the improvements being is they made the dongle much shorter, much more flush profile, so when you plug it in to the USB port or the USB hub, it doesn't accidentally get caught on something and get broken, which is a really nice improvement. It's got this nice kind of rubberish texture to it, and so does the actual dongle itself. Has a nice rubber texture to it. Seems fairly strong, seems fairly durable. I think it would take a nice beating. I'll do an update video in a month. I'm going to wear it for a month and carry it around on my keys and do exactly what I do with my keys. Throw them on the counter when I come home and, you know, just toss them around the house as I go. Lose them, have to find them again. We'll see how it handles, and I'll do an update on the durability of it later. If you've ever had a Logitech wireless mouse and keyboard and you've ever owned what they call their Unity dongle, the profile of the GateKeeper dongle seems to be about the same height, even just a little bit wider. Not much wider at all though. I would give it maybe 2-3 millimeters wider at the top of the base here. Not bad at all. So very nice low profile dongle. I like that. How does it look inside a USB port? Well, let me just grab a USB hub and we'll take a look. I say pretty flush compared to the Logitech, since some of you at home may actually own a Logitech, so you know what you get yourself into. Not much difference there at all. Very comparable actually. Plugs in nice and easy. And as I mentioned, it came with a battery, the CR2032H. So I don't recall if I said 2032 or if I said one of the other 20 something or other. It's a standard lithium cell 3-volt battery. Should last you a good 6 months depending on usage. Insertion is basic. So the battery just goes in with the writing facing upwards. Oops. Be good to push it against the side there because it has a little spring tension to it. Make sure it's flush. And we'll go ahead and plug that cap back on. There you have it. So ladies and gentlemen, this is the GateKeeper by Untethered Labs version 2.0. Let's go ahead and do an install and see just how good it works. Now we have the 64-bit version of the software. Now, because this software does work with your logging in and logging off the system, what I'm going to suggest we do here at this point is restart the computer. So let's go ahead and do a restart. We're going to disable and shut down the antivirus before installing the software. Now that we've restarted and we disabled the antivirus, we're going to install the 64-bit version of the software. So we'll agree to the terms. Next, next, next. Tell it yes. We trust that driver. And it automatically opens up and redirects you to the registration page. I'm not going to register at this time until the application is closed. Now we have the 64-bit version of the software installed. Now automatically upon restart, my antivirus came back on. That's fine. We're waiting for GateKeeper to actually start up for the first time. It should have put something in the startup files to start up automatically. There it is. No GateKeeper is registered. Register one now? Well, yeah, we do want to register one now. Before you do that, plug your USB key in. Now we can tell it to register one. Hold the key close to the USB key. The key has been successfully registered. Alright. and that is the key beeping at me. I guess that means it's been successfully registered. Now here's a trick question. It says, enter your Windows credentials. Well, in my case I have two credentials. I have a local account and I have a Microsoft account, which actually logs in over Wi-Fi, caches, and supposedly I can go to any Microsoft computer and I will see the same settings, format, even possibly the same desktop from OneDrive and everything. So if you have two accounts, if you have a local account or a Microsoft Windows login account, like the online account with the OneDrive synchronization and your settings and everything, you want to make sure you put your correct credentials in here. And it's actually very important. So let's go ahead and take a look at this real quick. Okay, and we're back. And I'm going to enter a PIN. Now, of course, for the sake of the demonstration, we're going to give it a simple PIN for dual authentication. We're going to do 1234, 1234. We could hit skip here if you don't want to do dual authentication. If you just want to rely on the key by itself without a PIN, you could do that. But I'm going to use the PIN to make sure it's functioning correctly. Credentials have been successfully updated. You tell it OK. And this time, I have a signal strength. Look at that. I did not have this before. So that was the problem. So please remember, if you use Firefox, and you know what, it did redirect me there on Firefox. I missed it the first time. Look at that. If I go to download, Firefox prevented this page from automatically redirecting you to another page. There was the problem. It brought up an old download page, and if I tell it to allow the redirection, now I have the version 2 software. The problem was that Firefox prevented the redirection from one version of the page to another version of the page because they have a redirect in place. And this is why the software I just tried to use did not work the first time during the installation. So, can you turn off redirection in Firefox? I don't know. You can turn off pop-up blockers. I completely missed the whole redirect thing there, which completely prevented me from downloading the correct software, which just wasted a few minutes of my time trying to figure out why is this thing not working. Beyond the point now, we're past that. It's now working, and you can see we have different settings here. By default, it sets it to about here, which is somewhere between middle and near. So we have an adjustment that we can do as far as how far do you want to be away before it actually does the action. In this action, it's the lock action. Lock automatically using GateKeeper. Do you want to be far away before GateKeeper locks your computer, or do you want to be near before GateKeeper locks your computer? Looking at the signal strength here, I'm going to put far while I play with this, because what I want to do is I want to put this in my pocket, and that may obscure the signal. And I love how it has a motion here, and it actually detects motion. You must have a little accelerometer in there. So I'm going to put this in my pocket, which is going to be by my wallet, and sit back down, and that's going to put it under the desk. And as I thought, not only did it pick up a lot of motion, you can see my signal is actually dropping here. And I didn't want it to lock on me when it did this. I wanted it to kind of be at that right spot while I make these adjustments to my settings. Login options. I also want it to automatically log me in too. Now since I gave it a PIN, I'm going to tell it log automatically using GateKeeper. It's going to ask for the PIN because I gave it a PIN. I agreed to the dual authentication PIN during the setup process of registering the key. Well, we're going to do just log in using GateKeeper and PIN for right now. And I'm going to slide this bar until it changes colors there. You can see it kind of went to a light green. Right here it says we're good. Right there it's light green. So that light green very well may mean, let me see, can I make it go red? There we go. So when it goes red, I'm assuming that means it's locked. and I'm assuming this means I'm barely in range. So I'm going to put it right there, right on the edge of that green. Next slide on the bar, probably going to go red. Nope. Signal strength near is red. Okay. And it locked me. Because even in my pocket, underneath my desk, now it asks me for that pin. I made it 1, 2, 3, 4 for the sake of this demonstration. And it says either invalid pin or the key is not in range. I love how it gives a and or. It doesn't tell you what the problem is, because to tell somebody what the problem is giving away the secret. So let's go ahead and pull the key out. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. So near, when it turned red, was too far. Let me go back. Let's put this back in my pocket again. Under my wallet, of course, because that's kind of where it's going to eventually fall. It's going to fall under my wallet and all this other stuff. Oops, I'm red. Quick, get it back to the green. Okay. Oops, still red, so it may still lock on me. And if I bounce my leg around, my motion goes up. Kind of funny. Alright, so now I'm at that position, that perfect sweet spot of adjusting it where it should be. I can close this. And I got that warning that it stopped recording, which it did. And if I get up and I walk away from my computer, let's go for a little walk. Probably only about 5 feet away. There's a lot of hard ways to demonstrate something. And it's kind of hard to demonstrate, honestly. But I think I figured out a way that might work. So let's pull open the GateKeeper settings again. Do I have anything in my trick of parts that would shield? Let's see, it's Bluetooth low energy, so it's 2.4 gigahertz. Metal cans always shield radio frequency. We could try to can it. I think we found something. Put our password back in. So I got this little metal can here. It's got a little lid, slides off. You know, kind of trying to cover up my custom resistors in there, what have you. I think it had breath mints in it at some point. Let's go ahead and put this in the metal can. And shut the can. And just set it over here. I think that's pretty much good. Yeah, it's pretty good shielding, actually. So let's go ahead and let's set this down to about near. We'll set it to about right here. So if I set it right here and I go ahead and I put it in my shield, in my can, if I can get it in the can, there we go, and I shield it, I should automatically lock it. And if I try to unlock it, invalid pin or key not in range, invalid pin or key not in range, just as I'd expect. Let's go ahead and let the cat out of the can. And now it lets me back in. So yeah, security wise seems to be pretty good. I kind of like it. Now I don't know how this is going to work with Windows 10 Hello. That's a very good question, actually. But another security thing that they put in for practice is, you know, what if somebody pulls the dongle out of your computer? Well, in theory, there you go. Can you unlock it? Well, no. Somebody stole your dongle. But don't worry, you can still log in as yourself if you need to get back in. So it's not a huge thing. But we're going to go ahead and put the dongle back in. Now it should be in range. There it is. Back on we go. I want to tell it to log in with the pin. So I'm going to give it the pin so it can store the pin. So now it should automatically lock and unlock as I shield and unshield. In theory, that's the way it's supposed to work. Let's find out. Let's go ahead and shield it. Okay, might have to set that up a little closer. Now I told it to remember the pin, so as I pull it out, it should automatically unlock the computer and bring me back in. Perfect. I'm going to stop screen recording at this point. So I throw it back in the can so we can shield it, which is me simulating me walking away. And I just realized something else that could have been throwing off the accelerometer here is the MacBook Pro over here has some magnets. As you can see, the can stays on there nicely. The magnets will definitely throw off that gyroscope or accelerometer that's built into it, detecting motion. So making sure you have this set up properly and adjusted properly is a very, very good thing to do. So we want near. Near is going to be the most secure, but because it's that near, that also means the shortest distance you walk away. I'm going to put that about 4 feet behind me. So near might just be the limit for it to be in your pocket. It may lock on you automatically if it's in your pocket, because at that point, if it's in your pocket, it's going to be under your desk. Interference with your wallet, credit cards, what have you. Let's go ahead and put it in my pocket and sit down and see what happens. As I slide underneath the desk, that's all it takes. So if you want to keep it in your pocket, you're going to have to set it properly to work for that strength, which will probably be right about the middle, I'm going to guess. I put it in my pocket, I put it under my wallet. You can see it's creating a lot of motion from that. Just barely changing colors. Still might lock on me. So let me move it over one more notch. Nope, that's red. That looks like it might be good. But if I was to get up and walk away, let's find out. And I'm probably only about 5 feet away. I can see the screen's locked, no problem. In fact, I'll give you a view of that side. As I come closer, I'm back. It unlocks. So let me show you where I was just standing, just so you get a general idea. But of course, a lot of this is going to depend on your settings. I was standing right next to that refrigerator there. I didn't quite leave the lab. I just stood right in front of the refrigerator. And then back around you got the 3D printers and everything else. And back on the tripod. So yeah, wasn't that far away at all. Still in my pocket, still under my wallet. Seems to be a good compromise of strength. But there you go. There's the review of the GateKeeper. Now for other settings, they do support Mac, but they said their Mac is currently in beta. So please keep that in mind when I say it's in beta. There's a reason they call it a beta, because it's not complete yet. It's not completely done. But they also support iOS and Android. So you can get this by going to the App Store and typing in GateKeeper. And you'll see the app come up under GateKeeper. And download it. And you bring the GateKeeper app up. And then you can click the little plus sign and it looks for the closest gatekeeper. Hopefully you're the only one. If you're in an office with multiple people running these, I'm not quite sure how you would identify that that particular one is yours. That's a very good question. Let's look at the box. There's no serialization or personalization with it, so nope. Alright, how do we know we're adding the right key? How do we know it's yours? Well, you can look at the decibel of signal strength. If I bring this right next to my phone, or I put it back, or I put it right on top of the iPod Touch, sorry, this is not a phone, and I hit plus, when it goes to do its search, you can see I have -48. The lower the number, the closer the key is to that device. So if there is somebody in the cubicle next to you, his is probably going to be 75. The 1-2 cubicles down might be 99. So you're looking for the one that's closest to you. Now there is an identifiable number on there, and of course required by FCC. Everything is supposed to be registered and labeled. And if I look at this, does it have a MAC address? It does have a serial number. And nothing here seems to match up with the FCC ID or the serial number with this identification. Kind of would have been nice if this one showed me the serial number of my key, so I know that I was adding my key to it. Yeah, that would have been nice to maybe have the serial number on the outside or even underneath. Not too hard to, just look at it, flip off the cap. Oh, that's my serial number. Okay, that's the one I want to add. Click on it, rename it, and then hit done. Rename it if you want to, add a photo if you want to, hit done. Now the point behind this application is if the gatekeeper is near you or on your keys, let's put gatekeeper on my keys, and I have alert set up. If my phone walks away, the gatekeeper is supposed to tell me my phone just left and ring. If my keys walk away, hopefully I'd notice my computer just locked in front of me. But if my keys walk away, then I'm supposed to get an alert on the phone as well. So this works with or without your computer on at that time. You can use it for the function of basically just making sure that your phone and your keys stay close to each other. There's also a locate button. And when you locate, you can see it says RSSI signal is -66, and as I get closer, it finds it. So that's kind of nice. You can walk around the house, check for that signal, and when you get close enough, you can find your keys. Nice little feature. Now we're going to demonstrate it on Android. See how good it works here. I've already downloaded GateKeeper. Same thing, you go to the Android Play Store, you type in the word GateKeeper, and you should be able to find the application. So we're looking for GateKeeper, the location and alert, not the first one that shows up. So once you download and install the app for free, you can launch the GateKeeper app. Bluetooth permission requested, give it permission, say yes. Add a key. It says it found the key. It's got that same 42, that signal strength. So you know it's the closest key to you. Go ahead and add that. Oh, you have to select the device and then click add. There we go. Give it a name. That is this ringing, by the way. So I'm guessing it's telling me that it's been added. We'll just call this, I don't know, something. There we go. It's only for a test. And then we can locate it. Now both of them ring when it gets in range. Huh. Quick, let's see if we can shield it. Hide it over here. Aha. It's gone. It's gone red. Open it back up, and as soon as I open up the shield, there it is. Find me. And they're both ringing for me. Put it back in the can, shield it up, and I can still hear it ringing in the can. That's funny. Oh, nope, it's gone red. It's gone. So let's turn on the alert. Now the alert should alert my phone if somebody walks away with my keys. I only use this phone for testing things like different apps, like between iOS and Android, and in theory, if you have notifications turned on, but you should get a notification letting you know that you're walking away and leaving your keys behind. And then, of course, now that you know you left your keys behind, you can pull up your GateKeeper app and you can go hunting and find your keys. Actually, I think it works much better on Android than it does on iOS. Not only that, it actually rings on this side from the keychain from the fob itself. So that is kind of a shame that it doesn't work that good on iOS. But I did try it on iOS. If I'm not mistaken, hopefully maybe they'll do an iOS update to their app here. We'll add the key back in. We'll try it again one more time just to make sure. No, I don't want to add an image. Sorry. Done. There we go. And if I locate it, see, it says it's there, but watch. 2 seconds later, the bar went away. That's it. I didn't do that. I didn't shield it. I didn't stop it. It's still there, supposedly. So if I want to, okay, I almost found my keys. Let's hit the button again. Alright, we're getting closer. We're almost there. Oh, wait, did it? Oh, man. Hold on. Let me try it again. Sooner or later I'll find my keys. Well, you get the point. The iOS app is a little buggy. Shielding definitely does stop it. It detects the strength good. But it would help if it stayed lit when it was actually right in plain sight. So, iOS app needs a little work. Android app works very good. iOS app loses the signal. Android app not only keeps the signal, but it also alerts it on this side. I didn't hear this app alerting it at all. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the review and the video. And I want to thank GateKeeper for sending me this product as part of their demonstration for the review, and apologize for not getting to the review sooner. As I mentioned in the beginning of the video, had some health complications that came up, but I'm back and I promised you I'd do a review on it, and I'm actually impressed with it. I've done things like this in the past. I've actually tried to use iOS devices and Android devices as the Bluetooth that talks to the computer, so as you get closer with the phone in your pocket, it automatically unlocks your computer. It didn't work as good as this. This actually works much better. It's much more sensitive, it has a much more accurate lock, it's much more aware of where this is and how far it is from the USB dongle, which is a nice set of a nice combination. They seem to work really good together. I'm sure once the Mac is out of beta, that will work just as good. But from what I saw of the beta, it was still impressive, to tell you the truth. Appreciate you sending me a unit, and I'm definitely going to give it some use, and definitely use it on my side. But again, thanks for watching. Go ahead and hit subscribe if you want to see more videos like this in the future. Don't forget, if you want to be notified of the videos, you actually have to go into the settings of your subscription and you have to tell it to send you an email if you want to be notified every time I release a new video for a new product. And keep on tinkering.